corruption is not bad. Corruption is only bad if I'm not involved.
Yes.
But if I'm part of that corruption, I'll defend it.
Oh boy. I mean, where do I even begin? Where do I begin? From every aspect you look at it, this KVK was a disaster, right? Absolute disaster. For every side participating, for every kingdom, for every player participating in this KVK, it was an absolute shit show. Even 𝒟𝒶𝒹𝓿 agrees with me. Look.
Bro, what is this bullshit?
Thank you, 𝒟𝒶𝒹𝓿, for your opinion. I agree with you. What is this bullshit, man? Anyways, I asked the opinion of one of my friends who participated in that KVK, and my friend is a campmate of 𝒟𝒹𝓿𝓇, right? They were allies, so it was 2 versus 7 KVK, right? 2 kingdoms in one camp versus 3 other camps, which is a total of 7 kingdoms, right? It was crazy. 2 versus 7. Have you ever seen that shit before, right? I don't think this has ever happened in rock history. This is not just a gangbang, right? This is a fucking orgy. So imagine this, 𝒟𝒹𝓇 and their campmate 𝒟𝒹𝓇, they are Bonnie Blue, you know who she is, right? And then the 7 other kingdoms, they are the men applying to participate in this heinous act, right? In this diabolical fucking event. So you know who is the receiver and who is the giver in situation like this. And this is exactly what happened here. So my friend, again, she is from 𝒟𝒹𝓇. They are the campmates of 𝒟𝒹, and I asked her to give me a non-biased opinion, a summary basically, from her KVK, right? From the beginning till the end. As you can see in the text above, right? So I'm going to read the text, I'm going to read what she says, and basically this is a summary of their KVK. We're going to read through the whole thing, and after that, we're going to see what Rock has done to change that and to improve players' experience, Kingdom's experience as a whole, right? So this shit never happens again. And actually, Rock has done something about it. So hopefully, we will not see shit like this happen again, right? I'm talking to you, Khan. Hey, imagine if instead of 77, it was us, 365. I wouldn't be happy about this shit. Okay, now imagine if it was your own kingdom, right? 1079. Imagine if this should happen to you. And people gangbanged you. People are standing in line to penetrate that hairy, muscular hole of yours. I know I wouldn't be happy about it. I would wear 10 fucking belts to tighten my fucking pants. No motherfucker will be penetrating me tonight. Anyway, as my dick grows, the legend goes like this. Pass 4 opening, 2377, 3473. We chose Chester Zone 5 to fight against 903 camp. Our camp was struggling on building structures on the first hour, and we lost GV fort right in the opening of the zone, right? But besides the closer distance and 7 forts built by the enemy camp, we managed to dominate the zone, take down the forts, and secure the structures. On the other hand, Lincoln was occupied by 3308 camp freely. 2377 managed to drop a fort next day after Chester was cleared. It only took us 2 to 3 days to take over the zone and occupy structures in Lincoln zone, right? So that's the second Zone 5 taken over by 2377. So after taking both Zone 5 easily from both camps, speculations from ending 2377 was changed to this matchmaking is unfair. For altar fight, we chose to fight 3308, but they didn't push much, and instead most of them moved to take the other altar for free. Meanwhile, other camps 903 and 1079 camps have their free altars as well. So just by taking a look at Zone 5 fights, it seems that 2377 and their campmates have no problem facing 1v1, right? It's super easy for them. They dominate one zone and move over to dominate the next one. And they sure did, right? So I can understand why 7 Kingdoms decided to gangbang 77 and their campmates, right? So and do a 3v1. I can perfectly understand why. And it's not the problem of kingdoms or leaders going with this diplomacy. It is the problem of matchmaking. This matchmaking was fucked from the beginning, and people just took advantage of it. You know what they say? Don't hate the game, hate the players. That doesn't seem right. Wait. Don't hate the player, hate the game. Fuck. There you go. And that's pretty much what happened here. Now let's move over to Pass 7 opening. 3473, the campmate of 77, they fight against 903, and 77 fight against 3308. Both kingdoms, implying 3473 and 77, They took pass first capture, so they got the rewards, and they defend both passes. Hours later, 1079 camp came in the picture, helping their allies on both sides. After several double rallies, it was decided to let 903 and 1079 camp take the pass, and our camp focused fighting 3308 side from then on. We let 903 side freeborn or forts while we fight harder on 3308 side. We shift our focus 2-3 hours a day on 903 side just to rebuild our fort wall, then back on 3308. So they just keep going back and forth between these two camps. Now we move to Kingsland. In Kingsland, it was overwhelming murderballs to fight against. It is where we face them whole. 7 kingdoms against us. 7 versus 2, basically. We know we will be outnumbered and we lose the first fight, but we tried our best to hold as long as we can. But well, Kingsland fight ends shortly and we're back on defending Zone 6. Defending 4 fronts, 2 pass 7s and pass 8s was our routine for weeks. We have been passive on 903 pass 7 and 1079 pass 8. We let other camps build a flag or two on the other side while we are aggressively fighting 3308 pass 7 and pass 8 side. It has been a routine for 2 weeks with occasional push to Kingsland. We can push out in Kingsland and all camps can push into our Zone 6. 3308 also dropped a fort and tried to rebuild in Zone 5, but they failed. As pass 9 opens, our camp still gets the first capture of both passes that were contested, so they even got more rewards from capturing passes. Yet we chose not to defend any pass at this time, for we are now defending 8 fronts. Holy shit. 903 pass 4, 3308 pass 4, 2 of each pass 7, 8, and 9. Bro, that's crazy. With all 7 kingdoms trying to push all 8 sides, 2377, 3473 still managed to handle them and defend the zones successfully. Just like our little pushes in Kingsland, they weren't able to build anything on our zone. 6 days before KVK is over, again we took the 3308 pass and pushed Kingsland one more time. We have successfully burnt all the flags from 3 camps around the pass, giving us the chance to rebuild territory. The fight lasted for 14 hours, we gained a decent amount of territory and continued to burn their flags mostly on 3308 side. So this is when 77 and their allies got back into Kingsland in the last few days of that KVK, right? You all remember this, right? While our numbers decreasing over time, 2 other camps are starting to wake up, right? And push us back to the gate. While we were trying to gain more territory on 08 side, 2 other camps successfully rebuilt connection to pass 8 and kept sending double rallies until they got the pass back and deactivate our territory in Kingsland. And that was the end of 77 and their campmates being in Kingsland. That was the last time they were in Kingsland. And that's how we end our Kingsland push. We didn't try to take pass back again and let them freeburn the territory we gained. And as much as I want to say that's how our KVK ends, no, it doesn't. We still have to protect our zones. And finally, our camp will get more end rewards, 2 coins for having Zone 5 and Zone 6 structures, most likely 30 players in top 20 honor, 10 players in top 10 kills, 8 players in top 10 deaths, and 8 players in top 10 in healing, right? So they all get outarch points. They all get outarch for being in top 10 in leaderboards, and also 1 extra coin for being in top 20 in honor. So even though people said this is the end of 77, they still got more rewards, it seems like. And they managed to hold their structures in both Zone 5 and Zone 6, right? So, all in all, I would say this isn't really a victory for anyone, right? Sure, people got rewards from every single side, from every kingdom, they got the rewards, but in the end, right, was it really fun? Did you really enjoy this KVK? Did you get enough kills in this KVK? No, you didn't. Especially if you were a player in one of those 7 kingdoms. Because there is no way you can get enough kills from just 2 kingdoms alone, right? There is just no fucking way. On the other hand, those 2 kingdoms could have gotten a ton of kills, right? They could have gotten a shit ton of kills from those 7 kingdoms. Because again, the losing side always gets the better stats in KVKs. It's just how it goes. Especially if you're outnumbered. Then you get even more kills, right? You can just cheeseburger and fucking city hop and yeah, stack up on those kills. Anyway, we all know this was a shit KVK, right? We don't blame the leaders, we blame the matchmaking, right? Because there is no way. Yes, yes, the leaders took advantage of the situation, right? And they decided to gangbang 77. It's unfortunate, but can you really blame the players? Can I really blame Khan and other leaders for this diplomacy? No, I can't. I can't do that because they didn't decide for this matchmaking to be like this. The game did. And that's why the game has to do something to fix this and avoid this from happening again, and they sure did. So if we go to the previous update, here we can see Season of Conquest optimizations right on the top. Number 1 added a team-up phase to the Heroic Anthem, Warriors Unbound, and Tides of War stories. Number 2 added a match satisfaction rating and a voting phase to Season of Conquest matchmaking. During the voting phase, kingdoms can choose whether to accept or reject the match they have been assigned. If all kingdoms reject the match will be cancelled and the kingdoms will be moved to the next round of a story registration. There you go. Problem solved. So if this optimization, if this little change was in the KVK of 77, right, they all would have rejected it and moved on to the next matchmaking, right, to a better matchmaking. But this one wasn't there yet, right? They implemented this after they saw what happened in that KVK, right? This is the only reason this change is here for us to enjoy. Basically, they sacrificed themselves for us. They are the sacrificial lamb, man. Jesus died for us twice. Holy shit. All right. And there you have it, guys. This was the summary, the non-biased summary, right? Well, I hope it was non-biased because I really asked, I really insisted to my friend that she makes this as unbiased as she can, right? Well, I hope she did. Otherwise, yeah, we might not be friends anymore, Krypton. Because my ass is on the line here. But no, I'm just kidding. I trust Krypton. She's the best. She's been my friend for over 4 years in Rock, right? My Filipino friend. Putanjina, I'm just kidding. Please don't be upset. I just learned a word in Tagalog. Anyway, thanks again to Krypton, right? We love you, Krypton. Thank you for this amazing summary. Guys, show some love to Krypton in the comments. And yeah, thank you for watching. Until next time. Peace!